Hello, and welcome to week 13 of Publicity Workshop. Let's take a moment to check in. We're almost near the very end of this semester and of this course. And I'm so much looking forward to reading your final submissions. Thank you so much for your engagement throughout the semester, for the discussion forums, very thoughtful, very provoking, very curious, for your submissions of assignment 2 and 1. Again, we all can see the building and of the brand knowledge and also your comfort level with being a publicist. It reminded me of this quote from Albert Einstein: "Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school." And I say this in a provocative way in a university of learning, because what I stressed from the very beginning, and hopefully what you were able to take away from this course, is kind of the fundamentals of traditional publicity, and also some of the opportunities that arise because the world is changing so fast. So this idea that I mentioned a couple of weeks ago of evolving from earning a living to learning a living. And I want to sort of, have you, share this quote with you so that you think about it. You think about yourself. You think about, how you will continue to learn throughout your life, how you might look differently at your resume, right? As more of a life, a sort of a life story, as opposed to, a list of degrees and a list of experience. How do you tell your bigger story? Context is everything. So, in these last weeks, I was thinking, what other information can I bring to you that has to do with how context of our world is changing, how your audience is changing? And I thought of Faith Popcorn. I've worked a lot with Faith Popcorn in my career, and she's kind of amazing. If you're not familiar with her, there are many videos online about her, and she's written many books. I've included one video in our Blackboard shell, as well as a document called 17 Trends. And what she's done, she sort of spearheads this organization, this very dynamic, organic organization called Brain Reserve. It's not really a company. It's more of a system and a network of really brilliant people all around the world, just reporting on what they see, just connecting the dots, as we've talked about this whole semester. And all of that information comes into her and her team, and they start to develop these trends, meaning these are macro, societal, psychological, emotional trends. You'll see when you start to read the list. And this isn't new. She's been, tracking these trends for more than 2 decades. And what's happening is, it'll be interesting for you to read them, to really think about, oh my gosh, this is happening. Or, oh my gosh, I could see how this could happen, right? And they're so kind of overreaching and vast in terms of some of the implications. It makes you sort of step back and think about, how could that change my audience? And what would that mean to me as a publicist on how I communicate and engage and co-create with this audience? Like I said earlier, I'm looking forward to your final recorded and written submissions of your final project. And I also want to introduce our final discussion forum. And of course, I start with one of my favorites, Lady Gaga. The title of this discussion forum is Becoming the Publicist You Want to Be. And this, like your final project, encourages you to be that person now. Not what you want to become, but truly what you want to be. So what I want to do in order for you to really be able to manifest that, I've created this discussion forum to give you a challenge, but to also give you the agency to take a moment for yourself. This is a quick moment of a self-audit. You're in the context of this course, in the context of finishing this semester in AMC. And so, if you remember in the beginning, we talked about a definition of publicity, what that meant to you. And then through the weeks, together we learned kind of the broader scope of what is public relations. So for your final discussion forum, I'm asking you to write a brief personal manifesto of your skills, talents, and passions. And again, a manifesto is more like a written, brief sort of statement of purpose, rather than, this is not a resume. This is not sort of listing out, hard skills and soft skills. This is more of a general profile. But the twist is, this would be your profile for 2031, meaning in 10 years. So how can you start to define your North Star as a publicist and marketer so that your North Star in 10 years can now start to inform your actions of today? And that's why I use the term the publicist you want to be versus the publicist you want to become. I'm going to encourage you to be that person now. So good luck with that, and I'll see you in 10 years. Other than that, have a great week. Again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out and ask me. Stay safe.